Alright, so our game audio should be fixed now. OBS had an update yesterday, and in typical OBS fashion, every time it updates, something gets broken. Sometimes, like an input or an output gets changed to something that it shouldn't be, and that's what sometimes causes the no game audio bug that is usually well, not really usually, but is sometimes in a video every now and again when OBS updates and I don't realize it, and then something gets broken and I don't realize it till after the fact, and I'm like, well, fuck it, I guess. So it should be fixed now. In fact, looking to my OBS to the side of the screen, it actually is. So that's nice. I am once again playing YueYang, except in this case, I switched off of my preferred radar build, even though I didn't really switch out the captain, because I'm still training him up to 21 points. But I am running the smoke generator right now, instead of my preferred radar. So we're going to see what we can do with that here. We have a blacklisted bungo, that's always fun. Petrol radar, buffalo radar, Sherman, and Trump is also annoying. So, because we have a 6.5 kilometer concealment, because we are using our ledge mod on the YueYang here, we're running it slots into slot 5, so we're not able to slot concealment, so we are going to be at a bit of a spotting disadvantage, at very least against the Trump. If we spot the Sherman on the surface, it's definitely going to be painful because it's a Sherman, but at least he does not straight up outspot us, so we have that going for us. That is an HE Bungo, by the way. He could possibly be new to the ship, but he also is blacklisted. So we'll take that for what we will. It looks like one of those that guy's turrets got disabled there as well. Because you notice how they kind of looked like one of the turrets was slightly off from the rest. That usually happens when a turret is disabled and it isn't rotating with the rest of them. Our Napoli is not spotted yet, which is interesting. There's a Petro, which is mildly annoying. I'm hoping that my team's going to be able to kind of force this guy to turn back a little bit. Which it looks like he is being forced to turn back, so he's hopefully not going to get radar range on us. Sherman and Trump. The Trump is in division with the Napoli and the St. Vincent. And the St. Vincent spawned in the middle, so based on where the St. Vincent is right now, I'm guessing... Oh my god, what the fuck happened to him? Zuma's trying to cap contest Lamau. But, based on where his div mate in the St. Vincent is heading, it looks like we're probably going to be dealing with a Trump over on this side. That Napoli he pushed up fairly aggressively, and he... Okay, we are contested now, which is a little annoying. We actually hit some torpedoes on somebody. There's a smoke screen over there. Looks like a Janan, based on the fact that he got hit by torps and then immediately smoked up. Those are Sherman torpedoes right there. So there's sets of 1. And there's the Petro, which is mildly annoying. We're gonna have to tank a radar. There's the Sherman. Wait for that radar to expire before we hit our DCP. There's more likely than not going to be torpedoes, or not torpedoes. I honestly forget what the hell I was saying. Well, there's probably torpedoes coming from the Janan, but what I was trying to say is there's more likely than not that Sherman Hydro is going to detect those torpedoes, is what I was trying to say. And then I stumbled because speech is hard. So I'm pretty much, there's not really anything I can do to contest. Oh, there's the Janan that ate the torps, which is funny. There's really nothing that I can do to contest the Sherman. I mean, he has a Petro right behind him, as well as just the fact that he's a Sherman, so I highly doubt that I'm going to be able to successfully cap C against an active radar and a Sherman. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift my focus over here towards B. And we're going to hope that there's not about to be a Napoli in our face. And there's the Sherman. I don't think any of those torpedoes are going to hit the St. Vincent. I think he's going to get behind the island. He might end up eating like one. Might. But, a little disappointed. Oh, no, he ate two. Not bad. Is that, Yamato just going to, sit stationary? Well, we know the Sherman's not immediately close by, though. Yamato went dark, which is a little unfortunate. Let's see if we can spot him here. Keep our smoke to cover us once again. And he's not gonna fire. Which is what I was kind of hoping for. That guy to fire so he could remain detected by his gun bloom, but didn't happen. And there's the Napoli. Is this guy going to go... Is this guy going to dip through this channel right here? Does not look like it. Slowing down. He did not gimmick, I don't think. I mean, he did slow down. Yamato's probably going to eat one of those. I don't know the status of his DCP. Though it's not going to matter because it did not cause a flood. This is a little unfortunate, but oh well. Oh. Okay, here. That Musashi is low. We can probably call a target on him and try and get him off the board. Just gonna launch one Make-A-Wish set at the Napoli in case he kind of turns around like that. I'm just gonna keep this Yamato spotted until he's dead, which he just did. So I think right now we're in a decent position to defend B. We have a Thunderer. Oh, the Thunderer is pretty low, though, which is a little suboptimal. And these targets right here are also not the greatest because most of them are kiting away, the Bungo and the main. But I think trying to torpedo out these 3 battleships is probably going to be our best play. Because they're the ones creating a big crossfire right now. As well as the fact that my torpedoes, being deep waters, are going to be most effective against battleships. So this Bungo's literally just going to sit there, huh? We're gonna pop our reload booster. We're gonna see what this main does. I'm gonna launch one more torpedo salvo out for where those two are sitting playing grab ass, the Bungo and the Musashi. I'm gonna fire one salvo. We're gonna actually smoke up right now. That main DCP is not active right now. We can tell that because he's not repairing his engine. Let's see if we can get a fire going on the bungo. I don't know exactly the I don't know exactly what his DCP status is. There's a couple more hits on the main. Fire off torpedoes. We're going to haul ass from here in case this bungo and main decide they want to turn towards us. And that Musashi is still over there just playing Island Cockroach. The main ended up going down to the Wisconsin salvo, which is fine. I don't think that bungo's pushing into those torpedoes, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. It does probably mean that the bungo is turning north or just walking at my smoke screen right there. Ow. Could have done without that. Also just heard a torpedo warning alarm. Let's see here. I only have I don't have a whole lot of health left on my torpedo launchers, which, by the way, the fact that torpedo tubes have random amounts of health is still one of the fucking dumbest mechanics in this entire game. But I digress. Just gonna smoke up here. Gonna make sure we're going slow enough that our smoke is actually going to cover us. We're going to try and farm out this bungo a little bit. Yeah, well, actually the game is going to end in 20 seconds anyway. But we'll see if those torpedoes get there in time. Oh, no, never mind. We had a time extension. Don't out of the smoke. Nice. And that's gonna be game. Alright, not bad. Could have been a little bit better. Took a couple of nasty hits, but all things considered, pretty fine. You know, I think this really kind of highlights just how strong these deep water torpedoes are against ships that don't have hydro. And honestly, YueYang is still one of the most, in my honest opinion, one of the single most busted destroyers at tier 10 just for that alone. Because these deep waters, they just hit so incredibly fucking hard. They're like standard gearing torpedoes, I think, in terms of damage or something similar. But the fact that they're pretty much undetectable until they're about to hit you is just... if you don't have hydro, there's pretty much absolutely nothing you can do against as somebody who knows how to use torpedoes, which honestly it wasn't really that impressive of a game because we basically just did a bunch of battleship damage except for that one lucky hit on the Janan, which was fine, but you know, not horrible. We'll definitely take it. So yeah, that is going to be it for today. I know better than to push my luck. So Yeah, that's it. I'll see you.